Hey, what's up? I am feeling so much better. It's 3:42 right now, and I was really down. About midday though, I did feel a lot of better, dude. My speech, um, a lot better. Uh, I felt a lot better. My head felt a lot better. I was like, oh, I can go to work. This ding ding ding. It was like 11:53, and I was like, hey, these are the thoughts in my head, dialogue to myself. I was like, I can go to work. I can put in a half day. This is awesome. And then as soon as I got up, I was like, oh, fuck. And then I got the nausea again once I tried to drink a little bit more water, and I was like, fuck, I haven't had breakfast nor lunch. I haven't even had my vitamins. I didn't have any like aspirin or anything like that. So I'm going on the will to like succeed regardless of how I'm fueled. And I'm like, nope, nope, nope. Lesson number one, you got to understand that the universe is placing all of these like things, these obstacle courses in your thing, to make sure that you learn your lessons, like the basics, the very basics. So you got to be thankful for any proposed BS like that comes your way. Like it's meant to make sure that you learn your lesson, and that doesn't mean like staying down, but knowing what's best for you when you know you ought to take care of yourself. We left with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, for goodness sake. Like instead of like you taking it in the bad way, like fuck the world, or whatever environment that you're in, or whatever's proposed to you, just like, I gotta take care of myself, you know? It's still the Queen of Pentacles. She's just standing like she doesn't always just trip up and stay down, you know? So it's just being objective to the situation and putting that love to use. So I did that. And then I woke up around like again, it was really bad that night. I was like, I said thank you too early. Can you come back and help me again? And so it slowly drifted back. The help that I got, I don't know if it's from different sentience or what, but I woke up, maybe it's 3:45. So again, maybe around 3 o'clock or 2, no, I wasn't up for that long. I was feeling again nauseous. It's weird. I don't know. I'm losing track of how to track all of these things, but it was exact to how it was like on my first week of work or second week. You know, I told you about it. Anyway, I asked my son to make me some tea or some hot water, and I'm feeling better. Even though I was like, okay, I can walk now. I was like, I still haven't had breakfast or lunch. I told them I was going to go ahead and check with them midday, and I did. And that's when I just set my foot down. I was like, no, I can't just go based on the will to succeed, knowing that like I have a check-in tomorrow and all of these things that like, dude, with how much I accomplished yesterday, my check-in would have been like fucking awesome if I had even half of today to work on it and to tie up some loose ends. And I think this is also an understanding of us facing our own ego, like the desire to like just kill it, you know, like as far as being a perfectionist at work and getting things like on beat, on point, etc. And it's like, if the world doesn't turn like that, if your environment isn't like that, then don't fake it. Don't fake it. Because when I started, I could even barely look at the screen. I was hypersensitive to sound, light, smells, and like I couldn't even stand my own deodorant, like, for goodness sakes. And I forgot. I have to go and buy some deodorant that's unscented for my sick days so that like I can get better, because it was a distraction for me to like go to sleep. I was sweating. I have a towel on my pillow. This is after washing my bed sheets successfully. You eat it. And all the while, I was shown who was doing this. And it's like, just because you're pregnant, like, when people do bad things, it's like, they do it when it's like it's kind of like a protection measure where like nobody's gonna fuck with a pregnant woman or whatever. But it's like, you abuse your situation, which tells me you're putting your child on the freaking, you know, you're risking whatever's going on with your child because there's that much hate in you to like have your child shield you. Anyway, I don't have to do shit because that's what's happening with them. Anyway. Just venting. Okay, let's pull in a classy Tina here, okay? Because I know I'm being viewed by Echelon energies. But Echelon energy is not going to be like, oh, she's not acting right today. No, they understand this energy. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. Multitasking here while I get better. Doing the tester thing to see if I can do work. Okay? Or call it a day. So the Hierophant came through. Okay? I was a little worried because I'm using the Decameron Tarot. And so there's some nudity in there and whatnot. Like cartoon biblical nudity kind of thing going on. So far so good. I was able to digest that. What do we want to say here? What are my next undefeatable and indisputable moves to my jackpot winnings? What is it, Spirit? And I got this. It's a true test of faith and standards. You know? It's knowing that I'm supported, but also that I can rely on the standards that I set. Because they're not bougie. They're not bougie at all. They're not entitled. They're not bullshit. Like, if I know that this particular, whatever situation that I'm put in, they play this game, like this cat and mouse game of like dating or whatnot. And they pretend like they're not that interested in you, right? I mean, or like you're just like every other candidate. But they show like a good display, like a obvious display that they want you there. They like you. They want your company. They want your investment. But they don't want to give like everything, right? So they just kind of like dumb it down a little bit. So hence that's why I don't have a remote work policy instilled for myself. I don't have, like, there are certain things that are granted to kind of like keep the peace for certain people. But I could have stood my ground. I'm like, no, why do I need to, like, no, I could have stood my ground and done the work from home thing. But I was truthful and I said, you know, I prefer to really work from work. It's just, I like to keep my environments kind of separate. However, if I'm supposed to do work, I have the ability to do it at home too. Like, there are things like, if they set their foot down, I have to do my job at work. I mean, at home. Wherever I am. Alright? There's certain things like that. Right? So, with that, I could have had the same terms as others at starting point. And to me, that was like, that would have been like a little bougie. Like, I don't really need those things. It's just like kind of a nice to have. But, so for this, I know, comparability test. I know my standards and the principles that I have are not, I'm not fucking around with. So you can rely on that, Tina. Okay. My next undefeatable and indisputable moves towards my jackpot winnings. Okay. You set the tone and you'll get there. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, it is the world card. It started up upright and then it was moving inverted and it opened up to 11. It's strength. It's usually the justice portion. Oh, dude. So I think this is what it is it's like it's an inevitable force of finishing what you started, like being thorough. From back to front. When you do that, you exhibit your force. You exhibit your the natural appeal of like attracts like. So there's a certain magnetism in closing out cycles. Like, you want to be able to finish. Oh my goodness, I got a little bumpy thing there again. A little touch. Okay. What does that mean for things that I didn't start that I have to finish? I mean, I think that goes along with the territory with what I do, regardless of where I am. I just want to make sure I'm not taking on more than like I don't want to just be a pile-on, you know? So just finish cycles. So that one or those ones. The Fool card in reverse. Oh, what the heck? Okay. 10 of Cups, Ace of Wands, 6 of Swords, 2 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. Okay, so when you say your proper goodbyes to like things that don't deserve your energy anymore, even if it's just like laying someone to rest, it's just like it's saying goodbye to the pain attached with having to let go. Like willingly. I mean, I'm sure the pain will always be there, but it's a different kind of pain. It's just, how do I say it? It's sadness, not pain. Okay. The sadness is lingering, but the pain, like you let go of that, like all of any grudges, any times that you really want to hold on to that person and you're just like, why did you take, why did the world take this person away from me, etc. So it's saying goodbye of what no longer serves. And the sadness is still there. It's still lingering and it's fine. It's okay, but it's kind of like closed curtains, right? 2 of Swords. That's like blocked off energy. That's your own private energy. You made your own sacred goodbyes and that's good. Now moving on. There's like a transition point between the 2 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, which is trying to find the peace, the calm. And even sometimes you have to bail out of a situation. There's that transition point because it's a total of 8 of Swords right there. And knowing that you can get out of, this feeling of being stuck after saying goodbye to certain things. So for me, let's say, in moving back into the like business world, and I'm hired as an admin. However, the role calls for so much more. This is moving from like EA to even a PA level. And it's like, you hired me as an AA, and I'm not going to complain. I'm not, but I'm surely not going to sugarcoat anything. So sometimes, like in getting out of this like stuck situation of, you know, okay, I was hired as an AA. Okay, I'm not going to throw a hissy fit about this right now. Like, I just know that I'll get what I deserve, as do others. So, you know, I've always acted above my role, because I can. I have the ability to stretch myself even further and benefit from in other areas of my life. Okay, so that's fine. So that exit strategy of the administrative level of things. Okay, so if they want me to act within a certain level of grace and expertise and tact, then I have to bring into the reality, like, well, I'm not the catch-all for this whole admin thing. Like, I can't, you can't detail out every single like nice to have thing on my list, if like there's only so much capacity that one person has. Okay, I don't, so like me having like 15 to 20 years experience of doing like the runarounds and stuff, like I know enough, like I'm a freaking expert in my field, a master in my field, to be able to understand, like, no, some things need to be shaved off this list. Okay, or we got to put certain things on ice. Okay, the nice to haves are not the needs to haves. If you expect me to be working on this level, especially like at very starting point, the expectations have changed, and I understand that, and I'm willing to like go at it accordingly, but you got to be realistic with this too. So I'm not going to accept like all of these burdens of like, you know, swallowing that whole and like just figuring it out, you know, because that's how you get yelled at, you know. So setting the tone, grown people, is okay. So you love your magic, Tina, okay, and you embrace it. You hold it with a great deal of respect. So you're not just gonna go like ding 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 like Mary Poppins your way in and out of places. No. There's a certain realm of like how you hold yourself, because when you spread yourself too thin and you're like trying to create magic, and this is for people who are non-occultists too, if you're trying to like be like the big mama bear of everything and everyone, it's like, dude, I saw how my mother-in-law deteriorated because of those efforts. Like, I saw how much love it brought her, but at the same time, it was a great shit ton of stress. It wore her down. It wore her out, because there are some people in the mix that she did not discern from, that that did not deserve those energies. She had to pull the mama bear that of like of a tough cookie, and as she got older, it was harder and harder to do so. So it really fucked her up, and that's the truth of it. So no, you gotta know when to say when on certain things. And even if you're like the echelon energy of like the hierarchy, or like you're given the role, you're given the title, you can't say yes to like every single thing, knowing that you have like a great deal of power and magic. Like, once you spread yourself to like so many, like, what is it, diversifying, you know, when you spread yourself out, it's just so much with, how do I say, it's just it doesn't work anymore. The formula doesn't work anymore. There's just imbalance. Anyway, when you do that, when you stand up for yourself and your power, you reach the 10 of Cups level. Like, everybody finishes. And then it transitions on to the new journey, like, that is just about to unfold. There, it's like endless development here. So my next indisputable moves are having to say goodbye to certain concepts if I, like, I can choose this way or that way. Okay, I can say, hey, no, I'm an admin. And I can have the risk of getting, like, booted off. And that, you know, that's fine and all, but I know who I am. I know what my power is. And there's nobody that, they're not going to get anybody like me. Like, in the several realms that I am in, there's no way. Like, and I'm not saying, like, this for just my particular workplace. I'm talking about, like, any place that I'm invested in. You know, that's, I just know that. I know it. So why pretend like it's anything else? Why set the tone that I am anything less than I am? So I could say, like, hey, I'm just an admin here, okay? That's how I was hired, okay? Then things could shift around that avenue, okay? Or I can say, hey, I understand that you guys require more and that there's more needed. Hooray! I know that this place is growing, and I'd like to help facilitate that. Yeah, but I also recognize the reality of time constraints, as well as the prestige that you work at. I know the level that you work at, and I'm open to complying to that. However, I need the facility, not just the facility, but also the facilitation. Did I say that? Facilitation? Yeah. Anyway, I need to be facilitated in that manner that allows me to carry it out in such a way. Or we can take the long route. We can take the long route. We can go years. We can take this long for like years and years and years. And we can just say, okay, let's just go how things were and just like see if she can just scoop all the admin stuff, like to the very, very, very minute part of all the nice to haves. And get yelled at, worn down, and this and that, and things get fucked up along the way because of the rush. And then, you know, same patterns happen. And then eventually, people understand from certain patterns that, okay, things need to give. Do we want to take the long route? That's not up to me. So, you know, there's a dynamic to everything. And, so I can make my decision this way or that way, and just commit to it. And I know the obvious answer for me, like, I'm not going to just sit in this admin position. If that's what they want me to be, like, I'll just sit in it, and that's what I am. I'm not an executive assistant. I'm not a personal assistant. I'm not anything more than what you hired me for, because those were the expectations that we had agreed upon. I know I'm not that person. I've never been that person. So you know what to expect from me, that I'm not, like, there. So it's either telling you the reality of things, like giving you that, not just data, but the truth of it in advance, or I just hold it to myself and I know that it's going to be ineffective, and we're just going to go at this for years, and there will be some fuck ups because that's just the nature of the beast. Yeah. So I have those choices. But either way, there's a certain realm where you just cut it in half and say, nope, I know what my power is. At a certain, like, I have a certain threshold. Like, there's going to be a cutoff point. Like, that. I have to set the tone. Let's split, like, ratio accordingly. Okay. All right. Well, I still got my power, and I'm only going to be open during certain times of the day because of what terms were discussed. And I'm going to love up on my 10 of Cups and my new journeys, okay? So this is just a clock in, clock out thing, and this is my stuff right there, okay? Not only do I break even, but I also gain the understanding, another, like, data set, plot points of where I've been and, you know, certain patterns, okay? So, and I get a lot of introductions along the way of some key people, and understanding, like, what Echelon energy is according to, like, other sentience. That's good. Any millionaire would be like, yep, that's good. Or a billionaire, whatever. So anyway, we got that. Next, undefeatable and indisputable moves. Regardless if you hear noise about it, white noise, whatever noise about it. Dude, this is a ton better than what I started off with. I couldn't find my own, like, sick sweater. I have a couple of sick sweaters that make me feel cozy, so cozy enough to, like, feel, like, really, really, really sick in. Couldn't find them, so I was gonna modify this flannel shirt. You see how short it is a little bit? It fit perfectly. It used to be my, one of my son's shirts, that he hardly wore, but he outgrew. And, I like the color of it and the pattern of it, so I was like, I'm gonna adopt you, my dearie. And it fit just perfectly until I washed it, and then it's like a little snug. Anyway, we're okay here. So I don't know if I'm gonna make it a no sleeve, a short sleeve, whatever. I'll figure it out. There's still some back room. It's just the arms that are like a little tight. What am I next? Undefeatable and Indisputable moves towards my jackpot winnings. 9 of Wands. Again, standing your ground. I mean, showing up, really. Yeah. So regardless if I know who the perpetrators are of who's been doing me wrong at work or any other field, I show up. It's easier to do that on here than it is, I would say, on, you know, in person. So I have about an hour left that I can devote, and I feel like that's fair, because now I'm doing the test run of like, oh, I feel okay, I feel good, and I know my helpers came in, and if I'm not being touched right now in any particular way, not even a psychic attack, none of that, I know people got like really mauled, like really fucked up for fucking with me. Okay, we're going to shh for a second and be real and be cool, okay? Because I'm not being, what do you call it? I'm not being crass for the sake of being crass at all. I think anybody put in this position would be like, their gangster side would show, for sure. Anyway, it's about showing up. Yep. But that's within reason, for sure. When you have a partner that's going to, like, be with you, you know, support, be a supporting role in your protecting mechanisms, then it's all the more like you're buddying up. It's all good. So your moral support doesn't have to come internally. I mean, like, through internal environments. It can be from external as well, like, or from your other circles. Oh my god, it's work for sure. Look, dude. Lay down. Smack down. So yeah, this is somebody from work, though. This is somebody from work that helped me out. That's giving me moral support. And it is a masculine energy. Oh my gosh, I just felt warm there. Whoa. My body, my whole back got warm. It's weird. Yeah. So for sure, it is somebody from work that is helping me out. It may be from a broader band, or I don't think they want to reveal like what part of the hierarchy they are from. But that kind of help can only come from a certain realm of the hierarchy. Like, I know that 100%. I know the type of people that will step up legit to me are only those from the hierarchy. But it's not to say in absolute form that every person from the hierarchy that helps me out is legit. But because I'm drawing back from past instances, but this is definitely saying, because like I know if there's night energy, if there's like crush type of energy, they don't make moves towards something. There's a more of a timid stance to taking action, in its most like direct, obvious, confrontational aspect, where they have to come up against other energies, other forces that they are not, it's kind of like an adventure. So they don't really know exactly what they're going to be facing, but they're they stand strong enough to be able to handle that energy. They've been there before, and if they haven't, they can handle it. Yeah, like there's no other way of interpreting that. Like that, the Three of Pentacles within this aspect of what we're talking about, they're definitely from work. And for a second there, I thought it might be from a different line of work, like others that I work with, maybe indirectly within this plane. But no, it's I feel like it's work. Okay. Something wanted to show itself. Nine of Swords in reverse. Oh, they're saying, so don't stress out, dude. You see? Like, don't stress out. That's nine. I can't really show you what's happening there. Yeah, this is somebody that is not in my direct atmosphere of work, because this is not like in my person, like a person in my day-to-day. In fact, I don't even think that they're my person. But they are definitely a helper. Like, because it's like, okay, this person is going down on the other person. So but it's in reversal. So it's like, this card is in reversal, which is telling me, like, I'm not feeding off of this person, which means that this person isn't my direct bosses or whatever, you know. This is people that I'm not directly interacting with, because the feed that I have is not like directly connected. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, there's that. So I don't have to stress. So I'm going to keep that in my lap as a reminder. Do not stress. Okay. Well, that's wonderful. I'm able to eat my thing. I not feel nausea or headache. What is this? 8 and the Hermit, or 9? Goodness gracious. This person is attracted to me. I think in its most proper sense, this person is attracted to my form. You know, when you're lifting, when you're let's say exercising, in any degree, you don't have to lift or whatever, but you're not effective unless you have proper form. Everybody knows that. Even if you're not lifting, let's say, and you don't have proper form, and you're going through those exercises, you're bound to strain a certain area of yourself, pull a muscle, etc., if you don't have proper form. So they appreciate my form, how I go about things. More exacting, I would say, on like the solar plexus chakra area, like the midsection area. So the chi, the core, the solar plexus chakra, like who I am, the form, they appreciate that. So they're telling me that that it's honest. Because when you move in the echelon energy, like, there's nothing that hits quite like the truth. These are people that also, like, they're not just thrill seekers, but they enjoy the peace of nature. Like, spending like X amount of dollars to go on vacation to like just have a chill, like unwind, where there's no ability for like Wi-Fi connect or whatever. They just like that freaking peace. That's it. The truth of how things just are without the interruption. They appreciate that. Yeah. So some are saying like that I'm a little vacay based on those measures. We have the same like way of mode of transportation, which is barefoot, like very much in touch with the world, like for real, so how it actually is. Okay, so my next undefeatable moves towards my jackpot winnings are you know, there's something about, I'm feeling the little thing again right here. Nomad energy. So, but this is not like moving from place to place to place to place to place. This is more like being able to make traction in the dark, in the dimly lit, man, in any of those proposed places where your surrounding atmosphere is dimly lit, like not feeling so like bright or whatever, or that propose you to behave in that manner, or literally like in the evening to do your works. But this is, they say it's a dark night of the soul, but this dark night of the soul is very happy. It's pleased. You see his lantern, by the way? You see his lantern? It's intricate, you know? That's a form of artistry that one appreciates. That's like their vessel, an embody, a symbol of their embodiment. That these are very intricate people, rather than, I would say, complex. So the patterns that they have are very much beautiful in life. They're very purposeful. And instead of, you know, like how a lantern emits light on the shadows, or on the, like in the dark, that makes shadows more obvious. This has a different way, a different pattern of going about things, where the light that shines from each and every like eyelet of a carving, it displays this beautiful pattern when it shines out into the world. So you're not even like the distractions of shadows. Like, we know shadows are there. It's like, it's plain and simple or whatnot. But this is an elevated form of like focus, where you're driving not just your own focus, but also everyone else that's around you on this beautiful way of being. Yeah, so just keep on doing what you're doing, Tina. It's correct. You stand correct. That's what they're saying, because this person is draped in blue. And it's truth. It's kind of like justice. So we have King of Cups in reverse. So is that Jesus Christ energy with me? Or is that, like, let's get a clarity on that. We got the Star in reverse. Okay, so finally we've got our Hangman energy here. We definitely do. There's somebody that's very, 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 very intuitive. They feel like we got them like in a scissor kick or something. I entrapped them through my scissor kick ways. They're just being funny though, but they kind of feel like that. King or Knight of Swords in reverse. They are very focused energy. This person is very like hyper focused on me. But I'm supposed to stay hyper focused in what I'm doing, okay? Because they know that I'm definitely like undercover a star. They see that. This person is very well accomplished, and this person is actually like celebrity status. For sure they are. Like, I know it, because it's like, it takes one to know one. That's the energy that I'm seeing here. So even if like I get pissed off at certain things, you see like she's squatting or whatever. Even if I get pissed off at certain things, do they think it's funny? They're entertained. Anyway, they are entertained by this energy. And they're definitely is like star level for sure. I don't know what they do, but I'm not supposed to read into that. I just know that they're way, way, way up. And even when they're at their lowest points, there's something about I think that's where I come along. I think that's where I've played the part. Where they felt like a little entrapped. But seriously, it's oh my gosh, it's funny. They say that like even though they felt like caught upon those measures, like they put their cup down, but then you see what's happening there. You know, like a little like scissor kick, like, you know, but then like she's got her legs open right there, which means like I let go basically. Like I don't have any like grasp, like I'm not like that. So even as they're released and they could run away or they could do whatever the F they want, they're still there. They're still there. That's funny. This person, okay, I'm not gonna read into it anymore. But yeah, that's definitely another energy, not what we just talked about here. There could be some tying together forces, like similar energies, but this is definitely a separate sentience. I know that for a fact. Okay. Yeah, this person likes my peach. What is that? You see the color in peach? And then like she's dropping it low. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know who that person is. Okay. Okay. Anyway. Oh, wait. What is this? It's the Queen. Oh, it's the Queen of Pentacles. So finally we're upright. We're feeling good. We're feeling solid. I can get back to work. Excellent. Showing up. Last hour. Powering it through. I'm going to do it. You know what this is? Somebody that I worked with, or somebody that stood too close to me or something like that, stood on my dress and like sort of ripped off. It's giving me like Cinderella vibes, where she gets ready before she gets all her chores done, she's getting ready, but her like stepsisters are like, you're not going, that's mine, and they tear up her fucking dress, and so she's crying because she can't go anymore. Okay. So despite shit like that happening, we have energies like the fairy godmother coming in, like, okay, my little dearie, do not be distressed. And things get fixed. So you still stand up, you still walk your walk, it's still good. Nobody's gonna disrespect you for like people fucking around with you, okay? Things happen. For you to like lay, you know, you're still queen, okay? So acting the part is moving past it. Last card. King of Swords. That's the absolute truth of that, though. So the next moves to my jackpot aren't quite like, oh, then you build a plan, and then you do this, and then you do that. I really don't know what to expect when it comes to those measures. Like, oh, then you're going to meet this person, and then you're going to shake hands, and then you're going to introduce you to X amount of, like, it's not. They're not going to lay it out for me like that because there's too many, around town, and they know that I like surprises. So, it's Archangel Michael, King of Swords, right there. And then Two of Wands in reverse, yeah. And Eight of Cups in reverse. So, yeah, definitely a comeback. Archangel Michael does not want me to say shit, for sure. Actually, I can say this much. They say that I can say this much. Whatever I shared is not a detriment to where I am and where I need to be. And so there's purposefully, like, kind of showing me out the door, putting on my coat, And Two of Wands in reverse is needing to be able to size up a situation correctly, or like getting more data, like just knowing who you are. So there's more to be sized up out of what's going on with the motionings of moving forward. But I got the gist of it. My energy is there, and this is meant to kind of deter people from like sticking their nose in my business like a little much, because they got their own jackpot winnings to like go out and get them for. But that's really it. Whew. Okay, now I feel a surge of energy, like kind of anxiety though. Why do we got that, Spirit? 429 right now. It's a Tower card in reverse. Oh, what I heard in my head is like, are people like saying, oh, because I think it's sometimes, even like with celebrities, like that's how the media is. It's like the glitz, the glam, even if it's like legit, or there's so many distractions out there, whether good or like horrific, that take us like out of our own place, that distract us from the major cleanups that need to be done after decisions were made, whether they were made by our vocalization or not. So it's getting back down to the nitty gritty. They told me to say it like that. Getting back down to business. Okay. Oh, you know what they're saying? It's like the Tower card in upright in like sexual terms is like the big O, I guess, like getting off, right? Like somebody's like really, really into you. But in reversal here, it could it's the aftercare, basically, like the like the cleanup, the like when you're really, really into something or someone, like the excitement builds up. You're getting to this thing, okay, whatever. And then after you're done, it's like, okay, so what do we do now? This is the true test of whether or not you like someone, or if you're really down for somebody. Is it just for that, or is there something more than that? Are you like, okay, well, I got to do stuff. I got to go. Da, 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 da. And so it's that's what we're looking at here in this card here. Like, okay, so we came to this eureka moment. Okay, all right, now we got to get to moving. We got to get down to other business matters, or other matters. This could also be like huge crush energy, like undercover. But I don't have any other context cards that I'm going to play around with here. So I'm just going to leave it at that, because we're not digging around and trying to make people feel like embarrassed or anything. Okay. I don't know. Is that a word for it? Embarrassed? We're not going to put people under the spotlight here. Okay. Because if the more I read into this, the more I will make things more obvious. I didn't realize I was doing that when I just read the cards. That's what there is. So even if people feel like I'm vain and like conceited or whatever, or like bragging or something, part of it is just like me patting myself on the back. But the other like true core of it is that I'm that I'm just reading the cards. I don't know what I'm reading until like I freaking read it. Like, I want to know the answers. So there's that. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks very much for helping me out, you helpers. Last card to go on. I promise. This is the closing card. It is 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Oh, you know what they're saying? Like, don't work too hard, Dina. don't work too hard. You know, you put in the work, you show up. That's all that's really expected right now, especially after you're not feeling like, especially after you've recovered from being put down. Oh, somebody tried to put me down for sure. But then, like, I came back, like, you know, Children of the Corn kind of thing. Like, weird. But they're saying the things that really take it's the things that are really worth it will take time to like to master, to constantly put in the work, etc., etc. And they already, I already know that. Why did they tell me that? Oh, it's because like I got really jumbled up. I'm like, should I put out my rates? Like, I think incrementally I'll be shown the structure as I you know, lay it forward. Like, it pays it forward. That's what they're saying. Like, don't get all tied up in saying like, okay, so here's the packaging or whatever. No, I think they're saying just, you know, just constantly like invest in that. And it doesn't matter how other people judge it, your crowd is there, and the people that really want your help and that can really benefit off of it are going to be shown to you. They're going to come to you. It's just, that's all there is to it. Like, just do it like that. Okay. All right. Thanks very much to all donations provided in light and love. Thank you to my healers. Thank you so very much. Blessings upon you. Yes, thank you. It's like, for real, that the same thing that happened right now, it came in more amplified, like four times more at least, when I first experienced it. And it lasted for like more than a day and a half, like at least a day and a half. And here we're talking about like almost like about 8 hours or so. So whoever was helping me out, they are definitely experienced, like, wonderful healers, and thank you. Okay, so what did you, oh, happy holidays. yes, happy holidays. All right, so upon closing these portals, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas, to assisting with that sequence of rollout. In light and love, I close these portals in this reading. Now.